today we're going to be discussing Mia and kind of getting to know her a little bit. So firstly, we're just going to discuss like how you kind of got into Pilates and what your kind of background was and how you fell into the All Things Pilates studio.
Okay, well, so my background is that I was, from when I was a young age, I was a gymnast. So I've always done body movements, body balance, body awareness, I guess. Always knew I was going to work in fitness. So after I finished in Denmark with school and everything, I came to England, did a fitness course, loved it, but then ended up having quite a few people that with injuries. And I thought, how do I treat them? Then I ended up doing physiotherapy. And then through physiotherapy, I wanted to do a link between the injured people and the fitness people. And I thought Pilates fitted in quite nicely with my interest in stability and control work. Getting people from injury, get their stability, their movement, and then to get them all the way back to the fitness and gym classes, motion, CrossFit classes that they were used to. So yeah, that was the link here. And I've been here for a year, really. So yeah, really enjoying it. And I love seeing people getting from painful state to enjoying movement again and returning back to the gym.
Cool. And so what kind of clients do you usually work with?
Well, so mainly I'm seeing people that has small injuries, so it'd be back pain or knee injuries, Achilles tendon problems, anything like that. And we're just trying to get them moving without pain. And once they feel happy with pain, they got the pain under control, we can start to explore maybe a little bit more dynamic, functional movement that they then feel confident enough to go back into the gym or back to running or whatever their exercise preference are. Or it'll just be walking to the shops pain-free with their dog or whatever.
Do you have any specific kind of clients that come to mind that you can draw on that's been like a really rewarding experience of you seeing like a progression?
So I had one lady who had some really bad back pain when she was horse riding and went to see a spinal consultant that was giving her options, surgical options, injection options, but thought she should try and strengthen her core up first. So she was really nervous about horse riding because she thought, I'm going to have surgery. But yeah, we worked on her core strength here and she's now successful going back to horse riding with no problem and no need for surgical intervention. So that was nice, and she's feeling happy and confident now.
Yeah, which is kind of the best thing you can hope for.
Exactly.
And then in terms of yourself, would you say there's kind of a Pilates accomplishment that comes to mind when you think of kind of your progress within the kind of realm of Pilates?
Well, I think after I had kids, I became really unfit, or not really unfit, but relatively unfit. And because I'm hypermobile, I had lots of excessive movement because all my stabilizing muscles had been expanded by being pregnant. I had really bad posture by breastfeeding for 2 years, so I need to get all of that back and working, and Pilates has helped me get my strength back so now I could do a good push-up with good technique because I'm strong in my shoulders. My abdominal can now carry me if I'm running or if I'm in the gym.
Perfect, amazing. And then with Pilates, some like fun question, what would you say is like your favourite movement to do?
I love the scooter because it's working your strength in your hip and your core strength thing, which I think I lost a little bit of when I was pregnant because of the way I was holding my baby. And yes, getting good pelvic stability, it was nice. So yeah, I love the scooter, get a good toned bum, which is also nice.
And then can you think of like kind of your nemesis or like your least favourite movement? Or maybe the hardest one?
No, so my least favourite is probably the teaser. And I think that comes back to having had 2 massive bumps, so my abdominal muscles are like super duper stretched and I don't feel like quite got the strength back. So, but I'm hopefully getting
working on it.
Exactly.
And then in terms of Pilates, do you ever find that there are like some quite common misconceptions when you're kind of maybe suggesting it to a client?
Yeah, I don't think just to clients, but also to people in the fitness industry. So if you're thinking personal trainers, that they think it's really easy, and we're not pushing people enough. But people can have a pretty good hard workout in their Pilates studio. just because we don't have heavy weights or anything doesn't mean we can't work
Mhm.
hard. So yes, it's probably the misconception is that it's easy,
It's
but actually we can work you hard as well.
Yeah, definitely. And then lastly, what would you say to someone that's kind of a bit nervous to start Pilates or maybe has like a few reservations? Like how would you kind of suggest to them to kind of ease themselves into it?
I'd just say you have to try it, come along. We'll make sure that you're happy with the movement before we're pushing you into a movement.
Mhm.
Make sure the technique is right, you feel comfortable, everything is with no pain. And just slowly challenging people, make sure they can make the one exercise before we push them on to the next.
Perfect. Well, that was Mia, and thank you.